Good morning. Welcome to Resource Prepping. I'm your host, Greg. Ask yourself, why are the Democrats in such a rush to disarm America? We've been in existence for over 200 years. Our constitutional rights were given to us by God, not the government. And people have had guns since the beginning. So why now does the liberal agenda step on the gas and want to escalate this? They claim it's to save children's lives. That's a lie. That's a lie. That's an excuse to pass an unconstitutional agenda. Think past the children and think on a larger scale and what has happened with the previous elections, what is going on with the New World Order and Agenda 2030. And then you'll be on the right track. Agenda 2030 is all inclusive here in the United States to fundamentally transform America, and Joe Biden is following it to the letter. And in Agenda 2030, it states a peaceful, law-abiding community. That means no guns. That means the government controls everything. Just like they're going to control the fossil fuels, that's like they're going to control your economic social growth, ESG. The banks will finance what they want and defund or not fund the projects they don't like, i.e., oil rigs, drilling, fossil fuels, everything else other than windmills or solar power. Social justice, equality. Oh, we have Gay Pride Month. We don't care what you guys believe is morally correct. We don't care what you guys view of that. It is going to be socially acceptable to be all inclusive. And if you stand up and say, no, it's not, I completely disagree. They want the government to be able to censor you and shut you down. And without your Second Amendment rights to back up your First Amendment rights, you are helpless. One of the things that the Judicial Committee held by Jerry Nadler is the consideration of a national red flag law. And this is so hideous, so anti-constitutional. I can't even believe it's considered, but the liberals are saying, oh yeah, we want that. The red flag law removes guns from your house without a warrant, without provocation, without a crime being committed. And I will tell you how this will work. They will say, oh, well, we know Greg, someone anonymously will file a complaint and say, oh, well, we know Greg is strong Second Amendment advocate, so that means he has guns. And I heard him make threats against John Doe and Joe Blow. And I just want to be a good citizen and give you a heads up, he might be planning something. So, on that red flag complaint, the authorities will show up at my house, enter the house without a warrant, and remove any and all guns found, arrest me, and keep me in jail without charges, without any evidence, up to 72 hours as it stands right now. Up to 72 hours in confinement without any trial or representation. Okay? So it's totally unconstitutional. It's a rumor. And then, if you have a hearing, it will be without you included in on it, with no legal representation. I can't have a lawyer representing me. So it's a one-sided grand jury where they say, well, I heard him say this, and I just wanted to be a good citizen. How unconstitutional is that? But They have my guns. To get them back, if you get them back, you have to go through a series of legal loopholes. You have to go through counseling that you pay for. And your counseling, depending on what they find, could be years. Years. In the meantime, you've been convicted of no crime. This is just a rumor. Also, part of the red flag law, I would not be allowed to be on an airliner because I'm a potential threat. No entering federal buildings because I could be angry at the government. I'm considered and labeled a terrorist because I oppose the government, because I am a Christian that opposes all these ridiculous things that this administration is doing. It's got to stop, folks. And you have rhino Republicans working with the liberal Democrats. Mitch McConnell, senator, 80-year-old turtle out of Kentucky. He says, yeah, go ahead and go. We'll work with you on that. He needs to go. He needs to be voted out of office. John Cornyn, Texas, another rhino traitor who is also working on amnesty for 2 million illegals and with coordination. Tom Tillis, another rhino Republican out of North Carolina, who says, oh yeah, I'm America first. I want to get reelected. President Trump, can you help me? He gets reelected and now he's back to his own ways, betraying America. Stay tuned, Lindsey Graham, another rhino Republican working with the Democrats to erase your Second Amendment rights. Stay tuned, Lindsey Graham. We're going to work to get you out of office. There's another one in Louisiana. He used to be a good conservative. Now he's fallen off the edge. I can't remember. Bill Cassidy, I think it is, out of Louisiana. Another rhino Republican, anti-Second Amendment, and working for amnesty for 2 million illegals. There is so much wrong here, but you ask yourself why, after 200 plus years, do liberal Democrats want to disarm America? It's not to save the children. Thank you for liking and subscribing. I certainly do appreciate you. If our Second Amendment goes, our first will be right out the door behind it. Get yourself right with God. Get baptized in the name of Jesus Christ. Submerged in water. Time is very short, folks. Bad things are happening. Bad things are coming. And it's going to get worse. Greg out.